Hello everybody, it's non-football Q&A time once again, and today's subject is...
music! Which album or artist had the most influence on you as a musician?
Queen Greatest Hits 1, probably. I had my little Fisher-Price tape and I just played it. Did you have that brown one?
Yes,
yeah.
With the dark brown and the light brown bit.
We'll find a picture of that. Yeah. And Queen Greatest Hits 1, I could sing the first line of the next song before it happened in the right key because I listened to it so many times.
Are there any other instruments you wish you had a chance to learn?
The guitar, because the keyboard is really uncool and I swagger around with the guitar looking awesome.
I'd love to be able to play the harp.
We enjoy carrying that around.
I'd just like to sit there, yes, in my living room.
I think you can tune it, so you literally just slide your finger down it and it goes...
Oh. Are you into hip-hop, rap? If so, what artists are you into?
Not massively. We do have on our driving playlist, Biggie, 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 Can't You See?
Yeah,
Sometimes You're Around. I like the crossover hits. I really like Regulate by Warren G and Nate Dogg, and I find Snoop Dogg very fun.
Yeah, I tend to only appreciate rap that's in a pop song.
Right.
What's a band that everyone you knew was into, but you couldn't get into them? Arctic Monkeys for me, not for me, for the person.
Fleetwood Mac. I know they're really good, but I just never got into them.
I didn't get into them until I was older. I was like that with Take That. All of my friends absolutely love Take That, and I didn't. I do now. I like their music now, and I know it, but yeah. Do you know what a euphonium is? And if so, what is your opinion of it?
Is a euphonium a euphemism for something that I don't know? It's a wind instrument, isn't it? I don't have a great deal of euphonium knowledge.
Someone tell us all about the euphonium in the comments below. And send me a link so I can watch someone play one.
She won't watch it.
I will. Which city do you think is superior in regards to music, Liverpool or Manchester?
Now I googled this because I saw the question come in. So obviously Liverpool, you have the massive dominance of the Beatles, but you have like Cast, Echo and the Bunnymen, the Coral. Manchester all seems to slip into like late 80s to 90s, but you have Oasis, Happy Mondays, New Order, Joy Division. Probably
sounds like Manchester then.
Take that. Manchester, I think.
Manchester for the win. Were you surprised that Kate Bush went back into the charts and made #1 with Running Up That Hill after 37 years? I'm not surprised at all.
Not as surprised as probably she was. It was a pretty cool song. It was in Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think things like that happen all the time, don't they? A TV programme or a film plays a song and then everyone does a cover of it. And
the all-powerful Netflix.
You're allowed to mention Netflix. Netflix.
And chill.
Ooh. Opinion on vinyl resurgence, hipster fad or inevitable reconnection to physical music?
I like this hilarious answer. It's an absolute hipster fad, and anyone who owns a vinyl player... Why am I pointing over there, Shaylee?
Because there's a vinyl player with lots of vinyl underneath.
Yeah, I'm converted to the modern way, but Shaylee does literally have a vinyl player over there, so it's a complete hipster fad. No, I do like the big...
Oh, it's lovely.
It's lovely.
It's an experience for
Antiquated, but lovely.
It's an experience for me, and the sound that it makes, even though it's not the quality, gives me like a funny feeling.
Different. I do agree.
Yeah, I like it, especially with the type of music that I've got, like Frank Sinatra and things like that.
Such a hipster.
Stop it! What are your desert island discs?
So I'd probably go for double albums to get my money's worth. So probably Abbey Road, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder, Pet Sounds, maybe.
I feel like I'd need something quite lively, because it's probably quite boring on an island. Can you sing in or speak another language?
Dalla tu que pellegrina Macarena, tu que paspedalla allegrina cosa buena. Dalla tu que pellegrina Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
Aye.
Yes. Wicked. One song that is your guilty pleasure.
I've got way too many. I like Tarzan Boy by Baltimore.
I don't even know what that is.
And I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel sin almost fire burning in me. You don't think that you should be guilty about a song you like, do you?
I just think, well, everyone's guilty pleasure is someone else's non-guilty pleasure. So I mentioned Steps earlier. That would be guilty to many people. To me, it's not guilty pleasure. It's just a pleasure. I don't really get the guilty pleasure thing because what's cool? What's cool?
And we went to see Singing in the Rain at Milton Keynes, and one of the ladies from Steps was in it. And amazing. She's proper talented. Yeah.
So good. Can you explain the baffling popularity of Coldplay?
I think what happened was they were cool when the Parachutes and the Rush of Blood from the Head were like proper indie albums.
Yeah.
I think what happened was, because he's got quite a gentle voice and he seems quite an anxious fella, that they just became very cautious with their music, and they realised that if they made sort of generic everybody music, they would make loads of money. Yeah. But they are very good, but I get why people find them a bit vanilla. Yeah.
Can I squeeze 2 in, please?
That's what she said.
Beatles or Stones, and your favourite Dylan album. Thanks.
Highway 61 Revisited is the favourite Dylan album. Look, I absolutely love the Stones, and I played in the Rolling Clones, so I played in a Rolling Stones tribute band, but it's Beatles. Beatles or Stones?
Beatles. Definitely Beatles for me.
If you join Patreon, I'll do my Mick Jagger impression.
Please. I mean, do join Patreon, but not for that.
But alright! Cut that.
Don't cut that. The Beatles or the Rootles?
The Ruttles were...
Oh, I don't know who the Ruttles are.
Right, you will love the Ruttles because I've explained the guy was from near Ipswich, Neil Innes, and he wrote the Raggy Dolls theme tune, which is an amazing piece of work. And song. Bless him, he's no longer with us, Neil Innes. The bass player in my band went on tour, played bass, and was a lovely guy. He used to come into the keyboard shop I used to work in Ipswich, which is now like a furniture shop. So obviously the Beatles, but we do have Ruttles connected to the Raggy Dolls.
You can play me some later.
Raggy Dolls.
Apart from that song, I know that song very well. What's the roughest gig you've ever played? Crowd throwing tomatoes, bottles, bricks at you, etc. Mind the hair, lads.
Do you know, there was one gig I played in Harrow, and we were on tour, so I was a little bit moody, and everyone was standing there posing, and no one was listening to us. And I got really grumpy on stage, and I got in trouble off my bandmates afterwards, because like in between songs I was going, no one cares, they don't care, they're not listening, and one of us was like, Ben, shut up, behave.
To be fair, you don't have to be, it doesn't have to be that rough for you to be grumpy at a gig.
Yeah.
I've been to lovely gigs where you've been so very protective of your keyboard that no one's allowed to come within like a metre or so, and I've had to stand on guard. The other night on WhatsApp we asked the question, which covers are better than which originals?
So the obvious one is Bob Dylan's Make You Feel My Love to Adele's. Adele's is just way better. Whitney Houston and Dolly Parton. Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You is better, isn't it? Have you heard Leonard Cohen, who wrote Hallelujah?
Yeah.
It's rubbish. I heard there was it.
Yeah,
so
but who did the...
Jeff Buckley did the best version. Alexandra Burke's version.
Yeah, that's
very
actually,
good.
she did a great one as well, didn't she? Who would your dream duet to be with? Can be from any time period. Please say you'd like to sing with Peebo Bryson.
Oh, yeah, I'll go with that.
That'd be amazing.
I was going to say someone with a really massive voice, and I'll just sit there and play.
What's your most played album or single at the moment?
Right, we have an 11-month-old daughter, so what should we do? Baby Frog? When a baby frog is born, it begins its life as spawn. In the river where the frog spawn goes, baby frogs grow feet and toes. So if you do your Spotify search, it will say baby frog or rope snake.
Yeah, and if I go on my
Sammy
Spotify,
the snake is long and thin, see if you can walk on him.
They're great songs.
Thank you everybody for all of your questions. We're laughing because this is the 15th time I've done this outro. We'll put another poll up for the topic for our next non-football Q&A, and we hope you're enjoying these shows. If you want to see the previous one, you can do so by clicking here, and the full unedited version will be available on Patreon. Say goodbye, Shaylee.